Right everyone, it is Finn here, and as you guys can see, I'm in a tiny bit of a different setup than usual. I'm on my way to gym, but I thought on my way to gym I might as well talk to you guys about my thoughts and opinion on Raphael Varane moving to Manchester United, whether I think it's a good enough transfer, whether I think it's a transfer Manchester United should make, and whether I think ultimately, is it a good enough transfer to help Manchester United eventually win the Premier League? Now of course the reported fee at the moment is about 50 million euros, which I won't lie, isn't bad. Is it the transfer that Manchester United need to make? And essentially, yes, I do feel like Manchester United need to have more competition at the back. At the moment, it is Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof, and there's no real competition between those two. And I feel like Varane is a solid centre-back option. He's been around for years now. He's 28 years old. I do feel like Manchester United should have spent the cash on him maybe 2-3 years ago. But at the end of the day, he is a solid centre-back option. We've seen him for the national team. We've seen him for Real Madrid. He is a solid option. And in terms of improving other areas of the pitch for Manchester United, I feel like Manchester United are pretty solid. Obviously, we have got the likes of BOTH Sancho in, therefore I feel like our attack is fine. I mean, going into this new season, Marcus Rashford on the right wing, Cavani as a striker, and BOTH Sancho as our wing, that is solid. Looking at our midfield, having Bruno Fernandes in the midfield, Paul Pogba, and then Scott McTominay, I feel like that is a super confident and very strong midfield. Looking at our defense, we've got the likes of Aaron Wan-Bissaka on the right side, and obviously he played every single game last season, and many people are saying that that's a problem, that we need to get the likes of Kieran Trippier into our squad. I don't necessarily think that's the case. I mean, people seem to forget that we have the likes of Diego Dalot, the Portuguese right back who went on loan to AC Milan last season. I mean, he was AC Milan's like starting right back. I think he's more than capable enough to be a backup for Manchester United. Left back position, obviously Luke Shaw, best left back in the entire world, by the way. He's had a fantastic season, solid enough. We've got Telles behind him, obviously David De Gea and Dean Henderson in goal. I feel like Manchester United have a really solid team, and they are a serious shout to, would I say, win the Premier League? I want you guys to put that in the comment section down below. Do you think Manchester United are going to win the Premier League this season with their squad? Because at the end of the day, I think it is a seriously solid squad. I've seen many people say that Manchester United don't need the likes of Varane, that he's not a good centre-back. I think any team in the Premier League, bar maybe Manchester City, needs a centre-back like Varane. He's such a good centre-back option. We've seen him do it year in, year out for Real Madrid. I mean, genuinely one of the best centre-backs in the entire world in my opinion, and I don't see why anyone would make an excuse that he's not good enough. As I said, maybe the only team in the Premier League that doesn't need him is a Manchester City, but at the end of the day, he is a seriously good option. Yes, he is 28 years old. We could have him for 3-4 years possibly, in my opinion. And I mean, if we do well enough, and let's say we win the Premier League, I'm not going to jinx it, but if we win the Premier League, that gives us the funds in a few more years to buy an even better centre-back, a younger, more promising centre-back. I would have loved to have the likes of De Ligt or Upamecano in the squad, a really good young centre-back that could have been in the squad for 8 to 10 years, but obviously those centre-backs aren't likely at the moment. But as I said, if we end up winning the Premier League with the likes of Varane in the squad, then obviously we would be able to afford one. I feel like I'm very confident in this Manchester United team, obviously second in the Premier League last season. And I feel like that gives lots of other players confidence to move to Manchester United. Obviously, they see the ambition in the squad. They see the potential in the squad. They're playing Champions League football. This is a team where top players, once again, do want to end up moving to. I think some players, though, might be a bit scared because we have wasted some talent over the years. Obviously, the likes of Memphis Depay, obviously the likes of Donny van der Beek, a bunch of really good players we've wasted. So I do feel like players will be scared. But at the end of the day, Manchester United is good enough. We have seriously improved over the last few years, definitely since the Jose Mourinho era. This team is looking solid. Whether Manchester United will win the Premier League with the likes of BOTH Sancho and Raphael Varane, that's something we're going to have to wait and see. Obviously, BOTH Sancho is so promising. He is looking incredible. Obviously, didn't get many chances at the Euros, but in the Premier League, I'm expecting a big shout. And in terms of competing for the Premier League, I feel like Manchester City, I feel like we still have a long way to go to be able to compete with Manchester City. Chelsea, once Thomas Tuchel came in, they looked super solid. Don't forget they won the Champions League. I feel like Chelsea could be a serious contender. Liverpool, if they bounce back from last season, obviously Virgil van Dijk should be back in the squad. Leicester City, they'll probably be ahead of us the entire season, then lose in the last 3 weeks and fall out of the top 4. But at the end of the day, I am confident enough in Manchester United's ability to possibly win the Premier League in the next 3-4 years. I think Varane is a great centre-back shout. And if this ends up going through, I will be a very happy Manchester United fan, because I think getting Sancho and Varane in the squad is almost guaranteed Champions League football. But as I said, I want you guys to tell me in the comment section down below, do you think Varane is a good signing for Manchester United or not? And yeah, as I said, I'm on my way to gym. I know this is a different video than normal, but I'm quite rushed. I'm editing videos for other people now. I'm doing college work. I'm getting my life in order, people. But if you want to see more content in this kind of style, where I'm doing stuff, where I'm out and about, it's different than me just sitting in my room. It's a tiny bit different. It's different scenery for you guys. And it also means I get to get my content done while I'm on my way to do all my stuff. But guys, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I hope Manchester United sign Raphael Varane, because that is a class signing. But guys, this has been Finn, FYNN. If you're new to my channel and you want regular football news, whether it's just Premier League, global football news, or Manchester United, do consider subscribing down below. I'd really appreciate it, along with hitting that like button. Come on guys, don't forget to subscribe, like, all of the good stuff. This has been Finn, FYNN. Stay awesome. Cheers.